How is he going to reload once they return from recess? Because it seems like he can't keep the House in order with the Tea Party.
You're right, and it's going to be a tough schedule because as soon as they get back at the end of April, they have to fund the government and avoid a government shutdown. And Speaker Ryan, after having said that they were going to move on from health care, is now saying that he obviously wants to get health care done in the spring. We've interpreted that to mean by May, which is what other members have told us. But he still wants to get tax reform, so he's going to have to push this through pretty quickly if he wants to do both this year, because time for doing both of these really tough legislative hauls is running short.
Arit, maybe you could tell us what the Freedom Caucus really wants. These are the Republicans that blocked the first attempt by the president and his allies to repeal Obamacare. What have they been doing for the last 7 years if they haven't come up with a plan?
I mean, the Freedom Caucus wants to repeal every piece of Obamacare. That's what they've campaigned on. That's what they say the entire Republican Party has campaigned on. And now that, as people have said, they're fine with live bullets, people don't want to pass the same repeal bill that they've been voting on for the last 7 years. So what they want is to see the bill that they've been campaigning on. That's why they want to get rid of the essential health benefits. They want to get rid of community rating. They want to see all of these protections that Obamacare has put in place taken out so that insurers can offer more bare bones plans.
Arit, that's a great point about what side each side wants. And obviously the House Freedom Caucus, they want to be a bit more conservative. But Anna, my question to you, okay, but the people at the negotiating table, whether it's HFC Chairman Mark Meadows, I mean, his relationship with President Trump's Chief of Staff, Reince Priebus, is pretty well documented that they've clashed back when Mr. Priebus was chairman of the RNC. So what's going to change in terms of who's sitting at the negotiating table? And is this more pressure on Vice President Mike Pence to be able to close a deal?
That's a really interesting point, Kevin, and I think that's one of the dynamics we see playing out is that there's so many different personalities involved. I mean, you have Vice President Mike Pence, you have other White House aides who are in some cases negotiating directly with the Freedom Caucus, not even necessarily going through House Speaker Paul Ryan. So it's going to be a real challenge for Ryan to kind of reassert himself and make sure he's the one that's directing the legislative agenda, not the far right wing of his conference and not White House aides that might have the same ultimate goals, but a different idea as to how the process should work.
Right. And